Now, here's some congressmen crying about the fact that they don't make enough money. Representative Jack Kimball says, just a friendly warning. We don't even make $200,000 per year in Congress. They make $187,000. So very close. And my God, oh God, $200,000 a year. What a terrible salary. Despite also, here he says, despite working nearly 140 days. This dude is complaining. First of all, the fact that congressmen only work 1/3 of the year should piss you off. This fucker is complaining that he only makes $200K for 140 days work. He's bitching about the fact he works 140 days a year for $200,000. Anybody out there? I mean, maybe a couple people are making $200,000 in 140 days work, but most people aren't. Says if we aren't properly compensated, a lot of us will go to the private sector, and you'll be left with some real idiots in Congress. Oh, okay. Yeah, God forbid. God forbid. Here's another great one. I like this clip because it outlines exactly what I was talking about when this happened, which was, you guys remember when MAGA all got crazy happy and excited about all of those oil tankers that were coming to the United States to buy our oil? Do you guys remember that story? And who came out and did an entire episode on debunking that and how it's, one, not going to happen, and how it'll actually make gas prices worse? Oh, that's right. That was me. That was Nate. You guys remember that? You guys remember that when I did a whole story and expose on that? Well, this woman was one of the women that was cheering this on. Well, let's just watch this.
Cannot be more clear that Americans are getting ripped off by these gas companies right now. We're getting squeezed at the pump. They're raking in nearly $3,000 every second. That's almost $37 million a day more than they made last year. Meanwhile, we got to choose if we're going to fill up our tank or put food on the table.
Hi, Miss Kathy. Well, it looks like the time has come for yet another "we told you so." Because, Miss Kathy, do you remember when you and every other conservative on this app were so excited when Trump announced that 170 boats were headed to the United States to buy our sweet American oil? And back then, you guys were convinced that the reason Trump shut down the Strait of Hormuz was all some 4D chess move to force the rest of the world to start buying American oil. And you guys actually thought that this would make us rich. In fact, let's see what you had to say back then, Miss Kathy.
Countries from across the world are sending empty tankers to come and fill up their fuel here. I mean, we welcome it because that just means more revenues for us.
More revenues for us, right, Miss Kathy? I'm sorry you had to learn the hard way that you don't own an oil company, so it was never going to help you when other people sold oil. Anyway, Miss Kathy, I thought you should know that in this video, your makeup filter accidentally jumped onto Donald Trump's face in the background. Look at how cute he looks with the makeup on.
Oh, that's just a hilarious roast there on the bottom. That's the last part. But who told you that? Who told you that's exactly what was going to happen? That no, a bunch of people coming and buying our oil, which they didn't do, and I told you they wouldn't do, wouldn't actually reduce gas prices. It would make them worse. Huh. That's right. I did an entire episode on that. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not. Here's the thing, guys. Yes, I do. I have a high level of education on, macroeconomics, but I'm not the guru of this shit, right? Like, this is basics, which means who's running the country? The people running the country. Like, how are the people running the country not smarter or know macroeconomics better than a random dipshit like me? How is this possible? Right? How is this possible that we don't have anybody in charge that knows basics of anything when it comes to the economy? I don't get it. I don't understand. These aren't complicated things.